Hey guys, it's Michelle, and I am here with a type of video I have never filmed before, but somehow I ended up doing some research on books coming out in 2015, which is next year, but is not that far away actually. And there were tons of them that I was interested in after reading the synopses, and I thought I'd share the ones that sounded the most promising to me with you. First of all, coming out on January 6th is a sequel to a series by Brandon Sanderson, and that's the Reckoner series. The first book was Steelheart, and in this world, some people have gained superpowers, but they are not using those powers for good, they're using them for evil, and they all kind of have like a city area that they control and are kind of the mastermind of. And some of the normal folks who are not epics have banded together to try to take some of them down. They call themselves the Reckoners, hence the name of the series. Of course, the book is still going to follow David, your main character from the first series, but he's going to move from New Chicago to some other area and try to take on another epic, it sounds like. So it should be a lot of fun. It's a fast-paced YA sci-fi series. Also on January 6th, and I cannot wait for this book, is Golden Sun by Pierce Brown. This is book 2 in the Red Rising trilogy, and I absolutely loved book 1. It got off to a slow start, so I was kind of worried, but oh my gosh, the world just built, and the political intrigue just grew and grew, and by about a quarter of the way in, I was sold, but by the end, I was absolutely in love with this book. So I'm looking forward to book 2. I hear it has a very different tone, so I'm interested to see how that plays out and find out what happens to Darrow. That, of course, Pierce Brown on January 6th. Also on January 6th, and I'm kind of cheating with this one, I happened to find this one on NetGalley and requested it, and I already have received a digital copy of this book and have already devoured it. It is All the Bright Places by Jennifer Niven, and this is a gorgeous story with all the feels. It follows 2 teenagers in high school who meet one day when they're both considering suicide up on the bell tower of the high school. Now, why a high school would have a bell tower, I don't know. But anyway, it leads to a very beautiful story, very touching. I was crying in the beauty shop. Yeah, I was. Not like sobbing, but yeah, there were tears and my face was red. I sobbed a whole lot more when I got home. But it is very funny at parts, very touching, very endearing, and I absolutely loved it. Gave it 5 stars out of 5 on Goodreads, so check that one out when it comes out on January 6th. On January 13th, there is a new release called The Girl on the Train by Paula Hawkins. And this story follows a young lady named Rachel. Actually, I don't know how young she is. It follows Rachel, and she takes the same train back and forth to work every day, passes the same neighborhoods. There's always this couple out eating breakfast that she observes every day, but one day she sees something she wasn't meant to see. And for the next few days, she's named the couple Jason and Jess, although she has no idea what their real names are. Jess is missing the next couple days. She gets worried and kind of starts to pry and investigate into what could have happened. And later she has to kind of contemplate whether she should have interfered at all. And it sounds like maybe she might end up in some danger from all of this or from ramifications from this. So it sounded just really intriguing, and I can see a lot of places the story can go, directions it can take, and I'm just intrigued and thought I might check it out. On January 20th, there are 2 releases that I'm interested. The first is called Tunnel Vision, and the author's name is Susan Adrian. This story follows Jake. He is 18. He is about to graduate from high school. He's applied to colleges. He plays a sport. He's got a girl he's got his eye on. So he's a very busy young man. He also has a special ability that he calls tunneling, which means if he's holding an object that belongs to you, he can kind of become a human GPS and kind of see where you are and observe the things around you and tell where you're at. His father has always known that the government would love to get their hands on something like this, kind of like the ultimate secret weapon, so he has convinced Jake to hide his ability. Well, his dad passed away a couple years ago. His mom and sister are still around, but he has slipped and the government has noticed his ability and knows about it. So they come for him and threaten his mom and sister, so he's obligated to help them in addition to all the things he's juggling in his normal life. So it sounds like one of those that could either have so many things in it and you're so amazed it's so awesome, or it has so many things that they can't be done well. I don't know, but I'm interested in checking it out. The other book from January 20th is The 5 Stages of Andrew Brawley by the author Sean Hutchinson. And this story follows Andrew Brawley. He goes by Drew. And he was in a car accident. His parents and sister died in the accident, and he believes he should be dead. Sounds like he might be suffering from depression, and he doesn't ever leave the hospital. He serves food in the cafeteria. He hangs out with the nurses. He's basically living out of an abandoned broom closet in the hospital. There is a patient that comes in who's burned over a lot of his body, and in talking to him, Drew finds out that basically he was bullied and fellow classmates have done this to him. And so they kind of have this bond of like grief and pain going on. And so something develops in the story from there, not quite sure what. It sounded pretty intriguing. It sounded like it could be a real touchy-feely, healing, mending type of a story. And that's kind of my thing sometimes. So thought I might check that one out. And finally, on January 29th is a book called Etta and Auto and Russell and James. Etta and Auto are an elderly couple. They are in their 80s, and Etta has never seen the ocean, and she lives about 3,000 kilometers from the ocean. So one morning, she just takes off, walking towards the ocean with her boots and some chocolate in her pocket. Russell is a nearby neighbor who has had unrequited love for Etta since before World War II, way back in the day. Otto does not want to see the ocean. He's seen the ocean back when he was in the war, and he's not interested in seeing it again. So when he finds Etta's note, he does not take off after her, and her note said, "I will try to remember to come back home." So he's not worried. He thinks she's coming back. Russell is worried sick, so he, in a very uncharacteristic move, leaves his farm and sets off after Etta. So that accounts for Etta, Otto, and Russell, but not James. Somehow in this story, there is a talking coyote. I think he is with Etta on her journey. I'm not sure, but it sounded like one of those quirky stories that might end up with, you know, feeling good about life, accomplishing your bucket list, telling people how you feel, how important relationships are in your life, that kind of thing. And that's occasionally right up my alley as well. So I'm interested. What have you heard about coming out in January 2015? What are you looking forward to? Had you heard of any of these? And did I pique your interest in any of them? So leave comments down below and let me know. And thanks for watching. Happy reading.